So I think against Giant Wildfire, the card I would like to cut are 4 Modern Age because they are bad into Refurbished, and 2 Prismatic Strands. I can cut more, but those are the one I would like to cut. This depends, one, if they have Jixian or not. So let's say no. Those are the cut, or let's say yes. And you keep it if they have it. It's one more removal spell. Against Madness, I usually cut against a game Modern Age because it's too slow. And I'll cut Charm because it's a bad removal spell because they should kill your creature and then it doesn't work as a removal spell anymore. And everything else. And one Guardian, it's a bit slow. Okay, same goes for Rally. Okay. For Terror, I'm not sure. I tried to do this. I'm so on. Maybe I should keep actually. Is it right? Yes, the charm. I'm doing like this, but maybe you shouldn't. So okay, should I write the total here? It's like B2. Sorry, chat. I'm not very much used to. Why doesn't it work? No. Oh, apparently for. I don't know why my connection went down. Yes. Are you? I hope you're back. I don't know how it works. Is it like this? Are you back, Veridis? Apparently my connection is having some problems. Oh, okay. Thank you. And then I remember you could do... But this is 35. We should have 39. So I'm missing one card. We are missing one card. What are we missing? Brainstorm, which you never cut. So... But it's fine. Okay. Oh. Okay. And here we have Brainstorm. Okay. 4. Okay. So we are fine here. Then Spy. I actually like all the cards. Maybe the medics we can cut. That is always not easy. All the cards we play are good. Elves, same goes. Maybe you can even keep it, but it's nice to have some cards to put in. Affinity is the same. I want to cut 2 Prismatic Strands, definitely 1 Guardian. Journey, Lore, Encounter, Spell, everything else we keep. Can you read? Yes. Maybe I can zoom in a bit. So you can better read this. And I can close the chat and my face so it's full. No, I can keep my face. Okay. So, do I want to cut something else against Affinity? Also, like I would cut three, probably 3 Modern Age, maybe even 4, but 3 for sure. Against Garden, I cut all the strengths, which are not useful. And probably I can cut some number of charm, 1 or 2, maybe 2. But maybe it's cool to have removal for their mm, Kumbaji if they play them. You have to play it blind. Mono fairies, you cut some number of counterspell and some number of charm. Because they are a bit slow. I think you do like this. If you disagree, tell me. This is the moment to discuss. So you see, usually against BG Garden, 4 Dispel usually are great because you cover this matchup. Against Spy and Elves, there are very few cards that helps, and envelope help. That's why the list with 4 Dispel 3 envelope is beautiful, because it covers every matchup. Against Rally, because if I do not, or maybe there is the ad break and people, I can wait for 6 seconds. So I'm sorry, chat, when the stream crashes, an ad starts as well when the stream is starting, because I set it to start at the beginning of the stream so that we do not have a commercial for a while. But this is what I would be siding out. I have to... But, and then depends on what you want to respect, more or less. Because let's say you play Dust to Dust. It's a 4 here, maybe a 4 here, but then you will never have enough cards between the mono red, the mono blue, and the spy. So it's really, Dust to Dust, it really... It's really like an empty card, I think. Doesn't fill up your slot. Possible cards you can play, well, Reb up to 8, Beb, Dust to Dust, Relic, Breath Weapon, Monarch, Envelope. Let's put Relic at the end. I almost never like it. Envelope. Standard bearer. What else? Black protection. What is the name? Acolyte something. Temple Acolyte. I hope the name is this one. Maybe not. Black protection dude. Will be. Guardian. It's a good sideboarding, I think. it's okay in the sideboard as well. What else? And you yourself should decide what to respect and what to put in. Also, you can disagree with those. You can very much disagree with these ones. But I would like to let me know if you do, because I'm interested about the theory behind this. Let me see, because I cannot understand if... So, I also hate lately the Rebs, but Terror seems so good. Maybe I can keep the Charm, because Rebs are coming like in the... Okay, maybe I guess mono you fairies as well, but you could cover both fairies and elves with Breath Weapon. So let's say I decide for Pauper Geddon I will not respect Terror. Okay, it's a good matchup even without the Red Elemental Blast. So then I have 3 slots for Breath Weapon for elves. And 3 slots for Breath Weapon here. Then I want for sure to play Dispel for Garden, because I want to side out 5. Maybe I can keep the Charm though. Maybe I can keep the Charm. And I can side out where it is. 4. Okay, and then I have 4 against Affinity as well, this way. I need just 2 more cards. I can side 4 against Terror. Maybe I should try keeping the Charm. This is worth trying. I have never tried. And I have 4 Dispel. I for sure have 4 Blue Elemental Blast, because I do not want to lose against Madness and Rally. Dispel is very good against Jund. So here I'm siding 4, no, yes, Beb, and 3 Breath Weapon. So we have 11 cards. We have 4 cards that should enter both against Spy and Jund. One easy is Trap and Charm. Okay. Which can enter against both. And actually, where is it? Spy here. And actually is fine to side in a few Beb if you do not have anything else against Spy. So you counter Flaring Pain. What I'm not covering, I need 2 more cards for Affinity, which the Beb are fine as well, because they bring Pyro. You can even play 3. Mono you Fairy, you need 1 more card. Maybe Charm is decent, or you can keep 1 counterspell. And so, let's say this is one possible sideboard option, right? Here you are not respecting Terror, for example, not very much. And I do not know if really Charm is decent against it. Charm here. And, oh, actually, and we can play 3 Beb or 2 Beb. Maybe even 3. 3 is good. Maybe I can just do this. I do not even need the Charm, and I can play 3 Beb against Spy. and I do not need to cover it, because if you have strengths, they can never win if you have Beb. They also need a Fairy Macabre then, and then you... But you can beat it with strengths from the hand, so... Yeah. Like, this is an okay sideboard we could try. It's Beb, Dispel, Breath Weapon. What are we not covering? We're really not respecting Terror. I do not think those are enough. Probably. But we have actually space. I do not also... Maybe 7 is enough against Chand. I even, like, against Chand, I would like to have a like super impactful card, because I do not want to side out so many cards, but I need my cards to really, really impact, and I cannot find any besides Ashes to Ashes, but it's not in our color, which is super impactful against Jand. Dispel is okay. Oh, wait. Yeah, Dispel. I think this is fine, for example. 4-4. We are just siding 11. And here we have Breath Weapon. Sure. Maybe here you can. But if you play 3 Red Elemental Blast, then you're covering the Terror matchup and eventually other like Ephemerate decks. But then Breath Weapon is terrible in those decks. Oh yes, we need to add one last stuff, which is... Can you hear me, chat? Because nobody said anything since I started talking. I hope you can hear me, or I did talk for nothing. FM deck. Against FM decks on paper, you would want to side out like almost all the cards. Those are not great. Oh, okay. Everybody went quiet. Okay. Then strengths, you want... sometimes maybe you keep some against Jeskai, but... Journey depends if they have... you suspect they have enchant removal, you could consider cutting it. And this is... wait. And this is 13 cards, which you're not covering. You can side in 3 Rebs here for Dispel. Breath Weapon, okay, it's... you can side in Breath Weapon, actually, for Muldrifter. It's one more removal, even if it's terrible. And maybe with double removal you can kill familiars and such. But you see, it's terrible card you're putting in, and it's... you still want to side out 13 more. That's why the other sideboard with the envelope, Dispel by Breb is so beautiful, because... Welcome, Mugent. Sideboard discussion. So there is not a correct sideboard. If CAW GATE could play like... I think CAW GATE would be the best deck in the meta with like 30 sideboard cards, because actually CAW GATE can play 30 impactful sideboard cards. Like if I could side in 8 Red Elemental Blast against Mono Blue Terror, I think I would never lose. I would never lose. But I cannot fit 8 Red Elemental Blast. If I could play 8 Red Elemental Blast and 4 Essence Scatter, I would never lose even against Familiar. I would beat all the Familiar, because CAW GATE has the Wincon in the mana slot. So you can become full control, counter all their spell, and just play Guardian and win. And I play 3 more guards, so CAW GATE would be tier 0 with 30 sideboard cards, I think. But we have 15. No one seems to have any question. Oh yes, Chief. Also, we could play Chief to respect Viridian Longbow. Or else. Depends. I think the main deck is great. I think this is a very good main deck. Those sadly are not Ledger Shredder, but we do what we can. What is something you have to consider? And a reason which I'm really scared to play this deck in paper. The thing is, if you lose game 1 against the Giant Wildfire and you're at Pauper-Geddon, you're probably never finishing game 2. And so you will tie. You will draw. I brought to Pauper-Geddon in Lecco. My choice was between Jand, Glee, and Mono Red Kuldota. I brought Mono Red Kuldota because I thought it was the fastest deck to play, so I could have more time taking my lines and more time, and I could finish all my games. And it's true, because if I have to play, if you have to play fast all the time, then you make a lot of mistakes, which is terrible. At least I do. I'm not like a pro player, so I make a lot of mistakes. If I have to play quickly, I get distracted and such. And so I do not know if I would suggest this deck for Pauper-Geddon. Yeah, rip Kuldota. Just because of that reason. Because you can hardly finish your games. It would be nice if both opponents, when they see like it's a mid-range mirror, start playing super fast. But it doesn't always happen. You can do nothing. Because you have to play faster than reasonable to finish those games on paper. I was in the final of... in the quarterfinal at a tournament, and I was playing against Giant Wildfire, and you don't have the time there. And then our game, we just playing game 1 and game 2, and it took us 1 hour and 40 minutes. So very hard to suggest this deck because of this reason. And what could be broken otherwise? I had a really hard time finding a broken aggro aggressive deck.